Kenneth Oaks, he's the man in this town. He's got a plan. Bright smile breaks the gray, leading hearts every single day. Wears his heart on his sleeve, got a spark you'd believe. Kenneth walks tall and proud, lifting spirits in the crowd. Oh, Kenneth Oaks, we sing your name, lighten up the world, never the same. Every step you take leaves a trace. Kenneth Oaks, our shining grace. In the night or in the sun, Kenneth's love for everyone.
Howdy, guys. How is everybody? Hey, Danny D. I don't know who all's gonna come in, because I just did this kind of like a spur of the moment thing. And but anyway, I know I didn't post it on Facebook, but I had mentioned in Jimmy's live this morning that I had a doctor's appointment this afternoon. And it actually went really good. I just basically did a follow-up as to what I had went through with the cellulitis and stuff. There's a regular follow-up, and I was actually shocked that I did not get weighed today. Because usually, normally when you go to the doctor, they usually want to weigh you. And, but I didn't get weighed. And I was actually kind of shocked at that. But anyway, I posted the link. Hey, Alicia. No, I don't have any teeth in my, no, I don't have any teeth. In my cabinets. But, anyway, she just basically talked to me about how I was doing since, and I told her, I said, I done pretty good. I said, the wound care specialist, he's already released me to where, I did not, I don't have to go back to him no more, so, but, anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, and told me to come back to her in 3 months. So I think it's May the 5th at 2:00. Hey, Scott, I posted the link up in the chat if you want to come up. If anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. But yeah, I was actually shocked. I did not get. Now I did get my blood pressure checked and stuff, but it was a little high at the beginning. But then they checked it afterwards, and it was like 124 over something. So, but anyway, for those of you who may not know, what this is around my neck, this is that life alert thing that I got. So in case with me being by myself, and in case something was to happen, I'd be able to press that button. So good. What now? Good reading back. What? Huh? Anyway, it's not showing. Am I actually live? How come it's not showing that I'm? Oh, there it is. Hey, Troy. Troy asshole. How you doing, Troy? But anyway, hey, Scott. Good vibe, by the way, Scott. But yeah, the like Scott was saying, transportation did run today, but they didn't run outside the county. So I had to the doctor's appointment today was outside the county, so I had to get my private Uber driver to take me to the doctor today. So that's what I did. They only had like one or two drivers working today for Mitchell County Transportation. And the guy that's does the scheduling and stuff over there, he called me yesterday morning and said that he would only have like one or two, maybe three people working. And they've already, like I mentioned, they've already canceled to where they're not going to be running Monday already. So, and if we're going to get that snow, like they say, ain't nobody going to be going nowhere. I don't know. I doubt seriously. I don't know if we're going to have church this weekend or not. But anyway, we shall see. But But yeah, and then I also stopped and got me a few groceries stuff, so to do me for a little while anyway. Um, but yeah, I'm probably if they say it's gonna snow like they talking, it probably ain't nobody gonna be going nowhere for a while. But I can't tell if it's snowing out my way or not. I know when I came home earlier, it wasn't doing anything yet at the time, but I don't know about now. Now I don't know about now, but yeah, I just got through talking to my dad about a little over about 2 hours ago. I usually call him about 8 o'clock because usually him and Pauline usually wind up going to bed around about that time. So we've got some still laying around, yeah, and there's some snow, and there's still ice laying around. Because the thing about it is that what's still laying around, where the temperature is so cold, it doesn't get warm enough to melt it all. And we're supposed to get some more snow coming this weekend, starting sometime tonight and going through the weekend. I heard 1 to 3 inches, and then I heard somebody say 3 to 7 inches, so I don't know. I've heard different things. But yeah, Scott and them, they got ice. It's like according to what Scott was telling me last night on the phone, uh, he was telling me it was like an ice skating rink in his driveway. But yeah, um, but I don't know. But yeah, Danny D, you'll really like getting to meet Scott and Amber and the boys. They're a lot of fun. Hey, Donna from Orange Cone Vlog. I know, Danny. But not this year, unfortunately. Um, I don't want to say much, but I've had too much going on. Donna says we have 3 inches of snow and more. I actually got the pot ready to make a fresh pot in the morning. I know, but not this year. About time for a fresh pot of coffee. Yeah, I got the coffee pot ready to make a fresh pot. That was one of the things I bought today was coffee because that's completely out. Only thing I had was oh, I'll take your weather, Troy. I'll take your weather compared to what we've been having. But yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I've got it ready to make a fresh pot in the morning, and I'll probably be drinking on that off and on throughout the day tomorrow. And like I said, I don't know if we're going to have church. I don't know if we're going to have church tomorrow or not. Because I usually go to church on Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to have. As of right now, we're planning. I know they're planning on having it Sunday morning anyway. But I don't know about Saturday night because that one church I go to only has Saturday night, Sunday night, and Wednesday nights. So, and I, since I like both churches that I go to, I usually alternate my Wednesdays. Every other Wednesday, I go to one, and then the other one, and then the Wednesdays, and then vice versa with the other one. So, yeah. My legs and feet are good. They're doing pretty good. I was telling the doctor today that that the wound care specialist want ever since I got the compression socks and I'd cut back on my fluid intake a little bit. I've actually been doing pretty good. So, so, and I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually used my air fryer at least 3 times. So, and it actually works pretty good. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but I got it figured out. So, at least 3. I was telling my Uber driver today, I said that I said here probably sometime over the weekend, or I might do it next week. Not sure, but anyway, I'm thinking about cooking some eggs up in it. You're gonna turn in, work third last, and haven't been up all day. I'm starting to see zombies. Okay. Have a good night, Scott. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Nathan from the NDT show. If anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to do so. Yeah, that was a funny show, Scott. I honestly don't remember her having those teeth there, but I do remember her always bringing food home from the Greens because I would wound up. Because I would okay, Scott. Uh, um, because I would always eat some of that leftover food that she would bring home from the Greens. And speaking of the air fryer, she would also cook some stuff in the air fryer as well. It'd be like, I think one time she made deep fried, I think it was deep fried oatmeal cream pies. Yeah, I think it was. It was pretty good. How's the weather? Well, where it's so dark here, Nathan, it's hard for me to tell. So I don't really know. So even if I turn the porch light on, hey, J&N Travels, John and Nancy, long time no see. So, but yep, John and Nancy travel. Uh, but yeah, drinking water. I love water. Uh, but I don't see how I keep up with all names. Well, it's like Daddy. It's like Daddy told me one time. Said Daddy told me one time. He said, he's telling somebody. He said, eh, that somebody that I know will say, "Well, you're Kenny's dad." He's like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And and he's like, "I don't know," you know. And that's like me remembering all kinds of uh, all kinds of different stuff. It's like I was telling that Uber driver, I got like a programmable brain of some sort or something, and I just got it all in the back of my head. Like I got it all programmed in there. So yeah, but I do hope that y'all, for those that are going to Helen, Georgia, I do hope y'all have a good time, have a blast, and I I I will definitely be looking forward to seeing some of the videos that y'all do. This will actually this will actually be the very first one that I've missed since Darien from Magnificent Germany from Darien has started the Helen, Georgia meetup. And hey, Mandy. Yep. But since it started, this is gonna be the very first one I missed. But like I said, so but there's always next year. So but spaghetti ice will definitely make your tongue slap your brain, dude, for sure. Maybe if I say spaghetti ice 3 times, Darian might pop in. So James said, Kenny, I eat food for you to say yeah. At but yeah. Are you going to Helen, Georgia this year? James Catneys? You and Cindy? Ah. Ask what water is the best. I usually buy that. Of course, this that I bought. Of course, the one I have in here is from the doctor's office. I just refill this from the doctor's office, but I usually, when I buy water, I buy that value pack from Walmart, that 40 pack, and I usually buy 3 cases of that. and but because it actually takes four 16.9 ounce bottles of water to fill my coffee pot up. So, and I drink coffee and water, so most of the time. I do not. The closest thing I come to a soft drink is tea. Occasionally, once in a great while. Of course, I don't buy them to keep here, but occasionally, once in a great while, I'll have a soda. But it's very, very far and few between that I do that. So now, when I was younger, growing up, I hated water with a passion, and all I wanted was soda back then. You got a 32-ounce cup for coffee for camping? Yeah. But of course, the water that I've got now, it's only 24 packs. And I actually got 4 packs of 24. So I put 2 packs in my refrigerator, and then there's 2 packs still left on the. So, but like I said, I used to go through 3 packs of those 40 packs within a week. Because that's how much I would drink water. So, but yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, what got me into the water thing is that somebody, I forget who it was that told me this, but when I was younger, somebody told me to keep trying water because they said as you get older, your taste buds change. And they told me to keep trying it until one day you might like it. Well, I followed through with it, and I got to where that I really liked water. About the only way that I would drink water when I was younger would be flavored. So now I could do either way. Now I can do either flavored water or just plain water by itself, which I mostly just drink plain water. So, yeah, it's pretty cold. Let's see. It is right now 31 degrees, feels like 31, and it's supposed to be a low of 17 with some snow showers. 80% snowfall, around 1 inch. Tomorrow is supposed to be, hey Lori, tomorrow is supposed to be a high of 21. A high of 21 with some snow showers, and a low of 4 degrees. 4 degrees. Brr. That is cold. And the wind is supposed to be 10 to 15. Chance of snow 90%. And snow accumulating 1 to 3 inches. Sunday is supposed to be partly cloudy skies with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 7 degrees. Wow. 21 inches of snow, James? That's a lot of snow. You keep that. Does anybody want to come up and hang out with me? Yeah, keep that mess. Well, ain't nobody hardly shovels around here anyway. Ain't nobody hardly does it around here. Around here, nobody hardly ever salts anything either. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just, let's see. Danny says that we're getting snow. It was crazy busy at the store today. Worked from 7 to 3, and it was nonstop craziness. Hey, Sharon, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? You made any more of them earrings? How is your sister doing? Because I know you said something about your sister wasn't feeling too good or something this morning in Jimmy's show this morning. Oh, okay, that's good. I understand. Uh, I understand you having to work early in the morning. But anyway, yeah, and if the power goes out, we have no other source of heat because we're not allowed to have my doctor's appointment went really well today. Basically, she just kind of went over with my follow-up with me about where I went to the wound care specialist about my feet and legs, and she asked me how I was doing. And I said I was doing pretty good. Asked me if I asked her if she'd got my lab work from the last time because she was trying to get my lab work from where I had done back in I think it was April of 25. Back when I had the shunt revision done, which reminds me, coming up this April and June the 11th. If I make it to June the 11th, I will be exactly 1 year, 365 days seizure free. And June the 11th of 2026. And also this April will be April 22nd, 2026 will be 1 year since I had that shunt revision done. Because April 13th of 25 was when I got sick that Palm Sunday and wound up being in the hospital. And had all kinds of stomach issues and everything else. So Uh, I will be exactly, it's hard to believe. It'll be exactly 1 year. Good night, Danny. Uh, Lorraine's asking how Daddy doing. He's hanging in there. He's he's just hanging in there. He he's got a doctor's appointment coming up Friday. This coming Friday. The 6th. Yeah. No. No, like I said, there's no that one. I can't complain. That one I had before I had the revision done. It'd been in there for 17 years, so. Sharon says she got. Hey, Marjorie. Happy early birthday, Lorraine. Daddy'll be 76, February the 11th. If he makes it. If he makes it to February 11th of 26, he'll be 76. So, Sharon says she made 422 pairs of earrings made how? How you doing, Marjorie? Well, there's actually, believe it or not, there's actually people above me here that are over 100 years old. There's some people that's over 100 years old up above me. That's a good long life. For sure. But yeah. But yeah, my landlord come and she was telling me that my landlord come today. She's telling me that congratulations, James. she was telling me that she had a conversation with her big boss that's over this property. And she was telling me that she was telling me today that she had a conversation with him. Said that what are we supposed to what are we supposed to do for extra heat or whatever for when the power goes out? And and the boss told her, said, why don't you get them electric heaters? And she's like, well, if the power is out, electric heaters ain't gonna work. And she told me, said she wasn't happy with her boss, and he wasn't happy with her. And I even looked at her, I said, what are we supposed to do? Because we're not allowed to have any propane heaters at all. And back when that hurricane hit, Helene hit, that's when somebody had came together and gave everybody in this apartment complex. See, there's like 22 apartments around here. And and she's like, we can't afford to buy 22 generators for every apartment. Look, and I asked her that. I said, what are we supposed to do? And she's like, your guess is as good as mine. Because she said she fussed at her boss and fussed. They even had a fit over back when Helene hit, and one of the neighbors out here was out here firing up a grill outside the apartment. And they fussed about that. And the property manager told them, said, well, these people have got to eat. Hey, Troy Nelson on the Facebook side. Nomadic Rat Pack. But yeah, I mean to tell you, well, see, good to see you too. Well, see, the fire department is the one, them and another organization, I can't remember what it's called, was the ones that came up with the idea for the propane buddy heaters. So, I mean, of course, I got plenty of blankets, so if I get cold, I can just cover up. So. But good to see you too, Troy Nelson on the Facebook side, also known as Nomadic Rat Pack on the YouTube side. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy on how many on the rules and stuff they have in this government housing. Some church do it too. Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't see what it would hurt to get what it would hurt to get one big generator that would fire up. I mean, that would power all 22 all 22 apartments. Google warming stations. Oh, Nomadic Rat Pack's on the YouTube side now. Yeah, you'd have to go to like Marion and stuff like that, but there's not near. There's not like. Good night, James. But like I said, If I get cold, I can. All right, you'll be right back. Okay. Okay, Troy. Is Troy S still in the chat lurking? I know he hadn't said nothing in the last little bit, so. But, you know. Um, but yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just. I know each government housing stuff has their own rules and stuff, so. But yeah, I got. But like I said, I if I get to. Hey, cruising cusies. How you doing? I ain't gonna be too worried about it. Cause like I said, I got plenty of blankets and stuff to cover up with. I got more blankets and stuff than I know what to do with. Yeah, I am. I'm with you there, cruising cusies. But anyway, uh, see. Um, but yeah, I just they actually, I thought, I said this morning in Jimmy's show, I said that I thought they were going to do inspections this week, but she actually, my property manager actually come by and said that they, and of course we're all in a group text as well, had said that they moved the inspection toward the end of the month. So, but uh, but yeah, welcome back, Sharon. But I think it's like uh, February 25th, I believe. Yeah. No, they I never. Uh, I never had. And the thing about it is, according to this paper, they don't go. They don't go. Uh, they don't go in every apartment. They randomly choose, but you don't never know which one they're going to go in. So, yeah, I don't see why they. I mean, what it would hurt to do that, but to be honest, I mean, if but uh, but I don't know. Of course, I kind of get it. It would cost big money, but at the same time, it would be worth it, though. But, because, like, for example, those elderly people that they have to have oxygen and stuff like that to be able to survive, and things. But, that is what it is. Yeah, I did. I did, Shanna Craft. Yeah, pretty good. They asked me how I was doing and if I was pleased with everything. I said, yeah, pretty well. I was actually shocked I didn't get my weight today, though. But yeah, they checked my blood pressure, but that and stuff like that. But that's about it. And I told them that I told her, I said, ever since I've had the compression. All right, see you Monday. Good night. Good night, Sharon. But I told them since I've got the compression socks, I haven't dealt with what am I trying to think of? I haven't dealt with swelling on my feet and legs now. So I'm not having, and you know, and so I was telling her that he told me he was pretty confident that I shouldn't have to worry about that stuff anymore. Hey, Roman with Ringo, Kyle. All right, you too, Shannon Crab. Thanks for checking in. I'm probably about ready to call it a night myself here for too long. I'll probably go up until the top of the hour and then call it a night. But, oh, me. Oh, Lordy. But, I know I'm gonna probably sleep pretty good. It's hard to believe that we're heading into the last day of January 2026. Where has the time gone? It's like it flew by. I'm doing all right, Kyle. I'm doing all right. Yeah, legs is all good. You can't even tell I had anything wrong, to be honest. So actually, they around here, everything has been uh, everything has been out of stock, and you can't. And they've not really they've not really had anybody to do any deliveries. And I had the Uber driver take me to Ingles today in Burnsville because that's the only closest Ingles we have now, because the one in Spruce Pine got flooded out when Helene hit. But I like I was saying the other day, when that snow, when they said that snow was gonna hit last weekend, which it did snow and ice and stuff. People were stocking up on bread and milk like crazy. Somebody had bought 12 gallons of milk. Now you tell me what a person's gonna do with 12 gallons of milk. I mean, I like milk, but I don't like it that good. Only time I really drink milk is if I'm gonna, uh, if I'm gonna eat cereal or something like that. Every once in a while, I'll have milk and cookies, but not. Of course, there's one of the brothers I go to church with. He's telling me he goes through a gallon of milk within about a week. Again, I like milk, but I don't like it that good. But yeah, there's not really been, and they've not really had much to deliver because they've been out of stock almost everything. Ingles was about like that today too, and I'd say Walmart was too. So So yeah, it's crazy if people go crazy over stuff like that. But yeah, milk, bread. They was even running out of like sandwich meat. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've had some good and some bad. Uh, like there's pros and cons on with the delivery service because there's times that you don't get. There's times that I made order and I didn't get half of what I ordered. So, uh, but they usually pretty good about refunding my money back, or they don't charge me for the items they didn't send. You know, but you know, but oh, yeah, that well, see, I actually open my cabinets and run cold water in my uh, kitchen and bathroom sink. So yeah, I've not had any problems with that. But hey, fairy dust, long time no see. Yeah, I do. I always wear a hat. I not only I what's up tonight? I just giving everybody an update on my doctor's appointment. I hadn't I hadn't really posted it on. I did mention it on Jimmy's show this morning, but I hadn't like posted it on my. I hadn't like typed it out on my Facebook. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I was just telling everybody that I had a doctor's appointment today, and I don't have to go back until May the 5th at 2:00. So in the afternoon. So. But at least the weather should be good by then, because we'll be in spring by then. So. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, basically, she just asked me what my. She asked me. How I was doing since I had that cellulitis and stuff. I said I was doing pretty good, and I said the wound care specialist. I said he gave me some prescription compression socks, and I told her, I said I'd been wearing those and stuff, but. But I had my own, the ones that I had bought, compression socks, but because I said that I had to clean the ones that they gave me, that I had to pay for and stuff. Yeah, $64 for one pair of compression socks. And yeah, I ain't nope. I said if I had bought two pairs, it cost me $128 for two pairs. I said I'll just stick with the one pair and I'll just wash them. So now if I'd been 65, insurance would have probably paid for them. But since I'm not 65, no. Because because that's even because that's what the wound care specialist even told me himself. He said if you'd been 65, they'd paid for them. But since you're not 65, no. And they go up to like 40, so. Well, this is from a medical supply store. It's called Prism. And that's where he wrote the prescription for. But see, still, they don't. People think that insurance pays for everything. I got a surprise for you. Insurances don't pay for everything. I mean, that's just the way it is. So, but hey, Roy and Becky. Um, I can't. Uh, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the wound care specialist put in for the compression socks. So, but they would not. The medical company that sends them would not send them to me till I paid for them because my insurance does not pay for them. So, I understand, Roy and Becky. Thanks for coming by, Roy. Um, but yeah, I mean every. I mean, every state is different, so, and you get different benefits uh, in different states too. So, hey, Darian, we was just talking about you earlier, talking about you and spaghetti ice. I Yeah, I was just talking about that. Unfortunately, yeah, I said spaghetti ice. Um, Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bow out on this one this year. I'm going to have to bow out on this one. And I was just saying that this is going to be the first one I've ever missed since since the Helen, Georgia meetup. So since it first started. So yeah, unfortunately, sadly, wanted to bow out on this one this year due to I don't want to say much due to circumstances beyond my control. So yeah. So yeah, I'm sure gonna miss everybody. But I will watch the videos that people put out. So, but yeah, sixth annual meetup. Wow. But there's always one next year, so that's one. That's one trip I'd like to make at some point. Yeah. Well, I had told. I was watching Kicking It Country, Scott and Amber from Kicking It Country. And I had said in their live that I was thinking about going live here in a few minutes. And I had been live for, according to this, it says an hour and 45 minutes. But anyway. Almost 2 hours. Yeah, they were on. They came on about 9:15. I'd say 9:15. So But yeah, I good night, Darian, and everyone is going to bed. I'm probably gonna hit the hay here for too long myself. Uh, Try to make this thing at 2 hours and stop it at 2 hours. But because it's at 1 hour and 47 minutes and some odd seconds. But anyway, but yeah, tell everybody that I love them and will miss them this year. That the ones that are going to Helen, Georgia. So yeah. Thank you so much. Make sure you eat enough spaghetti eyes for me, Darian. uh, or that Schweinehaxe, which is pork shoulder. Schweinehaxe is good. It will make your tongue slap your brain. Yeah, I was just saying that it's already the last day of the last day of January 2026. Ooh, it's wow. Schweinehaxe? I'm sure you probably could. I remember me and Daddy one time, we brought some leftovers and made a stew out of it. It was pork shoulder stew we made out of it. It was good stuff. Yeah. We had some leftover pork shoulder. And we brought that leftover home, made a big old pot of, put some carrots, celery, onions, all the stuff that you normally would put in a stew, kind of like a beef stew, except it's pork instead of beef. And eat some crackers or cornbread with it. Man, oh man, oh man. You talk about in heaven. Yeah, I mean, don't like corned beef. Well, like I said, this is not. This is pork shoulder. This is not. It's not corned beef. Pork shoulder is what I'm talking about, which is pig shoulder. So Schweinehaxe is the German word for it. Yeah. Yeah. But hickory smoked. 1 hour and 53 minutes and some odd seconds. Yeah, it's some good stuff. Like I said, it'll make your tongue slap your brain. But yeah, it's all kinds of different things that you can. All kinds of different things that you can get there in Helen, Georgia. That's German food. Oh, me. Yep. Potato, carrots, onions, turnips, and cabbage. Yeah. Yep, good stuff. Good stuff for sure. But yeah, I I know that there's a lot of people who don't like her. food mix, but then there's people that do, you know. I mean, everybody's got their own liking as to what they like, so. Yeah, but y'all, I don't really turn down much food, so. There is some things I'll turn down, but I'll at least try it once before I turn it down, at least. But because I was always taught. Good night, fairy dust. Yeah, I'm probably fixing to call it a night here in about 2 minutes. But yeah, I'll try just about anything at least once before I turn it down. Because I was always brought up, you never know you like something until you at least try it. So. But I want to say thanks for everybody coming by. Thanks for everybody chatting with me. I know I plan on going live with Jimmy Monday morning, because I always go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with Jimmy the Astute Tourist at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah. But anyway, I don't know when I'll do another live on my own. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks to everybody that came in and was chatting with me, and also thanks to everybody that watches the replay. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Good night, guys.